Crime rates steadily increase in our society. The rate for crime is connected to the pandemic. Around 2050 to 2100 BC, the first criminal laws were made. They were created for the sole intention of bringing justice to victims of wrongful doings to protect society. Crime in Albuquerque has been around for about 4,000 years.
Personally, I would not want to be a detective. I feel like I'd be good at it because I'm really passionate about analyzing things, but I just don't think it's the right job for me because I wouldn't want to be in charge of somebody's life per se. To solve a crime scene, I think it would be pretty difficult because there's a number of things that go into that. You have to collect the evidence, you have to make sure the evidence makes sense and provides enough detail to even show that a person is guilty or not guilty. It can just be very stressful, especially if you miss certain things, or if somebody there is tampering with evidence can also harm the crime scene. I don't believe that adding cameras in schools or businesses and everything would actually make it better. I think it'd honestly make it worse. For the sole reason that people would be covering up a lot more heavily, and so it'd be a lot harder for witnesses at the scene to identify it.
Crime impacts our society because it destroys trust. It creates chaos, and for some people, they can get PTSD, depression, and/or anxiety. The main reasons crime started is because of poverty, low self-esteem, drug abuse, and alcohol abuse.
No, I do not want to be a police officer. They put their lives at risk, and officers just go through too much in the line of duty that I know I couldn't handle it. I think the world without crime would be a utopia world. I think we would be better off with no crime, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Our world needs it to go around. I don't believe crime will ever go away just because I look at how we are now as a whole. And with the pandemic and the protests and everything going on, I don't think humans will ever be happy, so I don't think we'll ever be at peace. I believe crime is going to keep increasing, not only because of the media outlets and how everything is perceived, but just because we have wants and desires, and if they're not fulfilled, we get angry and we turn to war. I do not get scared to leave my son at home by himself just because I live in a good area, but I know if I lived in a bad area, I'd be scared.
Crime has been increasing and decreasing, but so far in 2022, it's been increasing. If crime levels rise and crime continues to get worse and worse, there will be less money for services such as education and healthcare. If businesses are losing money to crime, they pass this cost onto customers by increasing prices. The bad thing is that this year, the rate for crime has increased by 30%. Another thing that can happen if crime continues to increase is that people can be scared inside and outside of their homes. They can be sleeping and they hear a sound and they get scared because they think someone is breaking in.
I think it might a little bit, but not much. Probably to either have more cameras or something like that. It will probably a little bit, but not by much because people could have disguises.
Thank you. There's been more discussions about putting more cameras in stores and schools. Now, this can reduce crime, but there's still been arguments saying that it's an invasion of privacy, and other arguments saying that it can still help. So this decision hasn't quite been made yet. Other ways to cause a decrease in crime in Albuquerque are to create new laws that can stop more crimes from happening. To reduce the chances of angering others and having violent protests, We can change and create things so that they are equal for everyone, regardless of age, sex, gender, ethnicity, etc. Maybe consider installing cameras in your house and locking your doors to reduce the rate of crime. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.